Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named Equals Conquest titled Less Affected. And if we switch over to here, we have the Bandcamp, their Bandcamp with the track here. We have the album out here. I'll go move myself for a minute so you can see that. Great, really cool album art. That is off of their album At the Heart of the Empire. And we're going to listen through this track from start to finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Any other information here, we got bigcartel.com and Linktree with all their various social medias and stuff like that. And you can also buy the full digital album. Let's go. Let's hear it. Damn, that's a hell of an entrance, and it sounds really professional. I'm liking the production value on this. You hear the guitars, the bass, and the drums there. Oh, cool. We're going for an instrumental intro like this. And I know what you're saying. Yeah, of course, it's been instrumental since the beginning. But usually that 10-second mark is where a lot of singers come in nowadays. And it's kind of nice to have the instruments keep that spotlight, you know, without that being sort of led by the nose.
It's about the time of year when the leaves are falling and the sky is clear. The wind's prevalence keeps growing all the while.
Cool. All right.
And then you can't explain the way it seems like it's always gonna rain. The sun won't even stick his head outside.
I mean, you can hear the vocals nice and clearly there. I'm digging the clarity of the individual instruments. We got some distorted riffs there, akin to the previous parts we listened to. It's nice to hear them palm muted, a consistent groove on the drums. And some octave chords, I think, on the rhythm guitar or that lead. Punchy kick. And going back into the second verse here. Oh, we've got a bit of an instrumental break again.
The season snow is coming down and I am blue and white beneath the giant mound, and people passing by feel compelled to pack some on.
Oh, a bit of a sad turn to this one.
But even in the dour gloom, I'm somehow spared from my impending doom, when flowers bloom beneath me and push me toward the dawn. Spring is finally here.
Okay, kind of 90s, 2000 aura vibe. Kind of reminds you of like bands like Weezer and stuff like that. I dig it. I enjoy this track. I like the overall vibe of it. I'm liking how much change there is. We haven't had that same musical theme repeated. We had 3 or 4 different sections. I like the care and input so far. Oh, some lovely backing vocals there in this hook section. Lovely ascending melody there on the vocals to go on to the next section. There's been so much within 2 minutes, hasn't there? It's wild how much they managed to put into that. And the track's between that golden 2 to 4 minute mark there for a single. Triplet groove, moving from that straight 4/4, okay. There's so much to take in. There's some delays there, some vocal oohs, backing vocals. Cool. Nice. Rain washes him out of reticence. Hang on a minute. Oh, the rain washes away his ability to be reserved. I get it. I just wanted to double check what reticent means.
When my reason is broken, when my world is going to end.
Some dubbish reggae vibes here. Wow, what a What a crazy wild journey we've been on through various styles in this one track.
Those times find me nearly broken. Then I see you smile, and then I start to mend. I'll mend.
So he's talking about how like he's going through some real tough times, and then he sees this person smile, and he starts to mend, and this person is helping to sort of fix him a little bit, if that makes sense. And hopefully I've kind of got that part right. I know there's a lot more that's been said. I'm loving these melodies here. Like we're aware that there's a lot of low and mid section stuff here happening. When there's not a vocalist, having that guitar come in with those octaves or those lead melodies in the higher spectrum really balances out the overall sort of text tone of the song. I'm enjoying the attention paid to full harmonies and stuff like that. Oh, sick fill there. Nice decay tail on that. It's excellent, great, really stunning. Actually, it's interesting. You know, I see these tags down here: alternative, indie, pop, rock, United States. One of the most, it's like a fusion piece almost. I love it. I think that the styles were meant to match the various sort of topics within the lyrics at that time. I'm just going to have a listen through each of those bits again, just to kind of make sure I'm aware of what the song's about to the best of my understanding. And then we'll do the conclusion. Okay, so the first part of the song, as I understand it, is him talking about how, he's comparing it to the seasons and stuff like that. How he talks about how he's in winter and how he's covered in snow and people walk by and they just put some more onto him. And he talked about the rain earlier as well and how the sun doesn't seem to come out and it always seems to rain when you want it to shine. And I think that's kind of a comparison to maybe his life where things just aren't working out the way that he wanted them to.
When my reason is broken, when my world is going to end, those times find me nearly broken, but I see you smiling.
Yeah, so he's describing the struggles that he goes through, like the kind of default state that he's found himself in his life, and then like there's a salvation present in this other person's smile. I think that's beautiful, really lovely. If I am to conclude this track, or it's sort of to put my conclusion for the review in here, I think this is a really well written song. What do I think it's about? Well, I've already explained what I think it's about. I wouldn't, obviously it's not a love song. There's a bit more nuance to it than that. It's I feel like it's well rounded. It balances its struggle. Like it's very artfully and there's a sophistication to the way that the lyricist, the singer, is presenting the story. There's poetry in there, man, talking about the weather and the seasons and everything like that, and the situation that he's in, and it's not blunt and in your face and kind of stomped down your throat. There's more to it than that. There's been genuine attempt at making it interesting and colorful and engaging for the listener, not just with the music but also with the story. And I think that there is a reasonably good story told here. I think that a lot of people will probably be able to relate to what Equals Conquest are talking about here. I think that the structure of it going between the triplet sections, if I'm just going to take sec. Yeah, so then we talked about the rainwashing road of reticence, and it's just the rain is just removing his ability to just get on with it. It's stripping him down, and it's really getting to him. And then you have that person providing that hope for him, that smile that fills him with hope and I suppose warmth and happiness. And I think it's a gorgeous thing. And sorry, to go back to what I was talking about the different sections of the song, you had the straight kind of eighth note groove on the the intro, and then the triplet section where it gets a little more instrumental focused, but then you also have the simple line there to kind of go into that last section where you go for a dubbish kind of vibe where things are a little bit more relaxed and it's like appreciative. And then you have that key change shift where things become a little bit, not necessarily euphoric, but a little bit more positive and uplifting. And I think that's again, when you consider the fact that all this is stuffed into a 3-minute 40-something track, that's incredible. That's incredible. It's not an easy thing to do. So I salute Equals Conquest with Less Affected off of the At the Heart of the Empire album for this feat alone. When I then think about how the lyricist emoted the story and how the lyricist sung, I think it was a fantastic vocal performance, displayed clear, solid vocal technique there. Clearly was comfortable within their vocal range there. There was some lovely backing harmonies in there as well occasionally, and I liked how we didn't have that the whole time. Different bits had different techniques or different amounts of intensity, and I think that especially in that middle section where he talks about the rainwashing waves reticence, it's a different delivery that makes sense for the emotional content of what's being told at that point. Clearly we understand how to sort of we understand how not only how to sing but how to perform, and that performance comes through authentically within this recording. The instrumental sort of performances, like the guitars, bass, drums, and all that, there wasn't a whole lot that like I was about to say, there wasn't a whole lot of different instruments. You don't really need more than that a lot of the time. Sometimes you can overcomplicate things a little bit when you shove too many instruments in. This track was full enough with the guitar, the rhythm, lead guitar parts, the bass, and the drums. It was well written. Things were stacked in the various sort of frequency spectrums. You had the overall harmonies were gorgeous. You had individual, you had identities for each of the different sections that were easily recognizable, and they supported the lyrics and the singer well. Interesting fills and tone fills. Varied melodies. Nothing was repeated to the point where it was like less engaging or interesting. Fantastic. And I mean, just the recording, mixing, and mastering as well was fantastic. It was really well done. It was as loud as it needed to be. It sounded like it was released from like a well-to-do independent label or even like a major label. And I'm just really pleased that I had the opportunity to listen to it. Thank you very much to Equals Conquest. Did I say contest? I think I said conquest and then put a T in by mistake. Equals Conquest. Thank you for the opportunity to let me review music. It was a pleasure. I have no real complaints about it. It was well written and I have a lot of respect for it. But that is effectively my review of Less Affected by Equals Conquest, again off of the At the Heart of the Empire album. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show Equals Conquest some love via their various social medias and Bandcamp page. Stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.